Hello, this is Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan and I'm your reader. Let's see what the current energy check-in is, or current energy is. This is an energy check-in video is what I mean, or meant to say. Process, journey, growth, path, experiences. This reminds me of the Seven of Pentacles card. Let's see what else comes out. Maybe some of you have started something and now you're starting to see results. You're starting to reap some rewards. Maybe some of you are planting tomatoes, or now they're starting to come in. And fried green tomatoes. Just out of that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes. Then we have follow instructions, instigation, faith. I like trust the process. Again, this came out, I mean, it's not the same card, because the reading I did before this was trust, but then here it says process, follow instructions, instigation, faith. It's like trust the process. That's what came to my mind. Okay, what else? Yeah, some of you are probably working on something that you want to see growth in, but it's a matter of you to continue like doing what you are doing, because you may have already started to see some traction or gain some traction, and it's a matter of you to staying on the same path and committing yourself to what it is that you're working on. Yeah, look at the determination. Yeah, some of you have experienced really difficult situations, and whatever you're trying to grow, you're going to see growth. It's a matter of you continuing to persevere over any of the obstacles that you're coming across or that are coming your way. And, you know, it's like, I don't know if you've ever heard Concrete Rose. I think that's the name of some album. It's something beautiful coming out of a very harsh, hard environment, you know? So I feel like maybe that's where you're coming from. Maybe you're coming from a tough background where you've endured a lot of hardship, but somehow you were able to bloom and grow and succeed. Or maybe this is what you're working through right now. You're determined to overcome what your current circumstances are, but it's a matter of you trusting the process, following instructions. And I'm not telling you like following rules. Of course you should follow rules and laws so you don't get in trouble. You know, I mean, to a certain extent, you know, some rules are meant to be broken, but it's a matter of you following your whatever it is that's motivating you to develop and to grow, you know, going into some sort of journey where you feel, I don't know, it feels like something that's coming. It's like you're getting some sort of guidance. The guidance is coming from somewhere, and it's like you're having faith in it. It's like maybe you've gotten some sort of inspiration, some sort of message. You saw a sign or synchronicity that is basically, you know, you're guiding light in some way, because you see the star there. Maybe it's a wish that's coming true that maybe you may be starting to see come to fruition. You know, and it's interesting, we have tomatoes here, and tomatoes are fruit technically because they have seeds. You know, so I feel like this is like the current energy is about you overcoming whatever obstacles are coming your way, whatever hardships, whatever even dealing with like situations that in some way cannot be changed. You know, the only thing that can really be changed is you know, because certain environments are the environments that they are, and they may be harsh, they may be hard, they may be cold, but you get to decide if you are going to stay harsh, hard, and cold. You know, are you going to be your environment, or are you going to rise above whatever it is you know, whatever it is that's, you know, troubling you or stressing you out. It could be about your health. It could be about you taking better care of yourself, making time for yourself, for your mental health, for your physical health, your emotional health. Maybe some of you are are needing to really, maybe you are working so hard on something and you're so determined to see some sort of reward at the end. But the thing is, sometimes you need to take a break, and that may be what you need to follow instructions. Maybe your body is telling you that it's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to take care of yourself, take better care of yourself, because how are you really gonna overcome anything or try to grow something if you're tired? You don't have the energy, you don't have the motivation, the mental motivation, the emotional motivation, even the physical, energetic motivation. And I think that with you taking this break, it's what's gonna allow you to see the process. And the reason why, you know, like, not this, I thought about this story that I heard from another reader who's really great. Like, his name is Garrett Hudson. And I don't know where he's from, but he has a great accent too. But he mentioned the story about the 4-minute mile, the runner that broke the record, and how that person had to take a break. The person was training so hard, and was so close to breaking the record. However, I guess that race where he finally did break the record, before that, he decided just to take a break, just to decompress, to not train or anything. And then he did that. He just enjoyed life. He was, you know, he took a break from working hard, you know, because he was working hard physically. It was like physically taxing on him. But then with him doing that, taking the break, and then him going into the race refreshed and I guess you could say more aligned, because if you're so focused on the goal, you're going to be neglecting other parts of yourself. So with him taking that break, it allowed him to kind of realign with himself, realign with his goals, but also with his purpose, with his life. And we're talking about in the spiritual aspect. I don't know if that's what happened, but, you know, but I'm just using it as an example. But, you know, with him taking that break and taking care of himself, and then going into that race well rested, rejuvenated, and probably even more motivated, or, you know, just like not so focused on the results, is what probably led him to beating the record, you know. So I feel like the message with that is that you have to take better care of yourself, so that whatever it is you're working on, you can really see the results. Because if you're so busy working on trying to see results, you're gonna basically drain your battery, and you're not going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know, that would really suck if you work so hard and you accomplish a goal, but then you're not able to celebrate it. You're not even able to enjoy it because you're so tired. You're so tired, you know. And what if you do achieve it and you're so tired, too tired to enjoy it, or maybe you're like already thinking about what your next goal is, that you don't even take the time to savor it, you know, to savor the win. That's the current energy. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So if this reading resonates with you at all, please like, share, subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Ten. I am your reader, and I'm wishing you a great day or evening ahead. Bye.